This is the Riverhawk SportsNest, talking all things NSU athletics. I'm Sean Solo.
And I am Captain Morgan. Riverhawk SportsNest is presented by the NSU Foundation and sponsored in part by DJ Sean Solo Entertainment, with our hosting sponsor, Emery's Grill. The Riverhawk SportsNest is a Rogue Radio Network production.
You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at rh.sportsnest and click the link in the bio to catch every episode on your favorite streaming platforms and on YouTube.
Go Riverhawks!
The Riverhawk SportsNest is proud to be presented by the NSU Foundation.
For more than 50 years, the NSU Foundation has supported Northeastern State University students by awarding millions of dollars in privately funded scholarships, helping thousands of Riverhawks obtain their academic goals.
If you're interested in starting a scholarship, you can contact them at foundation@nsuok.edu. And if you're an NSU student ready to apply, visit scholarships.nsuok.edu. What's up, party people? You don't just hear a great DJ, you feel it. Packed dance floors with hands in the air. That moment when the beat drops and the whole room loses it. That's DJ Sean Solo Entertainment. Weddings, parties, bars, events. I don't press play. I create the moment. From the first beat to the final drop, DJ Sean Solo Entertainment. May the beats be with you.
Solo, where we at tonight?
Come on, Captain. You know where we're at. We're posted up at Emery's Grill at 409 North Muskogee Avenue in downtown Tahlequah, the hosting sponsor of the Riverhawk SportsNest.
Well, you know Emery's Grill is the captain's favorite, but what's that wheel on the table all about?
Oh, yeah. That's the Wheel of Specials. We spin it at the start of the show, and wherever it lands, the whole place wins.
Riverhawks talk, great food, and surprise specials?
Come for the specials, stay for the sports. Thank you, Emery's.
Let's see.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Riverhawk SportsNest podcast, and this is episode 613. I'm Sean Solo.
And I am Captain Morgan.
SportsNest is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, the NSU Foundation. And we'd like to thank our hosting sponsor, Emery's Grill, where we record our show live at 6 p.m. every Wednesday during the spring semester here in downtown Tahlequah. We'd like to encourage everyone to hang out, watch the show in person, and meet the players and coaches.
And the mission of the show is simple: is to put the NSU student athletes on the radar. Tonight, our new coach, as we're breaking history. So we bring the programs, the coaches, the players, the alumni. We try to bring everything together here. This is your home port for everything Riverhawks athletics.
And you can always catch the episodes on your favorite streaming platform and watch the episodes on the Rogue Radio Network YouTube channel. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at rh.sportsnest, and click the link in the bio for all the streaming platforms, and be sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe.
And next week, we will, as we continue the history for NSU athletics, we will have the volleyball coach, Maria Jacobus. Am I saying that right, Coach?
Jacobus.
Thank you very much. Maria Jacobus on. So looking forward to that.
Well, as you just heard, we've got Coach John Sizemore, our AD, with us. He's going to be a regular guest here the next few weeks with us on the SportsNest from his absence.
Well, his absence was he was busy getting this done.
No, I know. I just give him a hard time. But you said we've got history, so here is my intro for the history. You know, history's being written in Tahlequah, and we've got the man holding the pen. Northeastern State is rolling out its first ever men's wrestling program, and when you look at who they hired to lead it, you start to understand the expectations right away. Terry Pack is a national championship winning coach, multiple-time coach of the year, and a guy who's built winners everywhere he's been. Over 100 wins at Neosho County alone, plus experience on the international stage with Team USA. So yeah, when you say NSU is serious about wrestling, this hire proves it. Coach Pack, welcome to the show.
Greatly appreciated.
This is exciting. We had women's wrestling coach on a couple weeks ago, and now it's crazy. So, I mentioned you've built winners everywhere you've been, but starting from scratch is obviously a completely different. So, what's something most people don't understand about building a wrestling program from day one?
I think probably the first thing that people don't understand is this is the third time I've built a program from scratch.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
I do think there's.
So it's just an old hat thing, just what you do, right?
Believe it or not, it's a blueprint, and most people don't have a blueprint on how to do this. I've done it 3 times. We've been really successful everywhere we've been, but a big part of that is it's got to take the administration and the upper administration to be able to get that done. And, when I met Coach Sizemore, it was a done deal for me. His passion literally convinced me at that moment this was the best place for me.
Go ahead.
I was just going to continue on that right there. So I mean that the passion that you're talking about with Coach Sizemore, that's what we've seen over the few years here that we've known him. The people, the types of personalities that he brings in, and he wants those. He wants the blue collar workers. He wants those that are going to get it done. And you're coming here. We got to work with this. And he's real upfront with what you got to work with.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. So talk about like some of the things coming into this new program. You're starting things here as you've started them before. Some things you're bringing in here, some things that are different.
Yeah, I think the different piece of this is I've done it at the junior college level. First time we've done it at this big of a level. So I think that first of all, there's a different complexity of Division II versus junior college. So there's some rule changes. There's some ways we have to do things. Obviously, a bigger university than I've been at. I have coached at Division I universities, and I think the difference is, we just have to do things a little differently here because coming from JUCO, where it's a small environment, I could walk into the president's office and say, "Hey, I think I need this done." I can't really do that here, but I don't need to because Coach Sizemore does enough of that for me. So I would say that the challenge or the thing that's unique is people don't start Division II programs. They don't do it. And to see this school start 7 is absolutely astonishing because I know the amount of work because at Neosho we started 7 sports. At Southeast we just started 7 sports. We actually started 9. This is an undertaking that one person cannot do alone. And I would say that probably what we're trying to learn right now is just the right steps and how to do things and who to go to and where to make that happen. But Coach Sizemore's made my job easy because he pretty much does the majority of that for me.
Well, Coach, how did you find Coach Pack? I mean, obviously, I know you guys usually have the outstanding committee doing all the searching, but what stood out Coach Pack to you?
Well, you're right. So we put together a committee, and the committee was made up of not only local community members and people heavily involved in the community in NSU, but folks that know wrestling. And so when you want to hire the best, you put the people that know the best on your committee. And we were very fortunate that some of our committee members were national champion contenders at the highest level and who are very famous wrestlers in the past. And I can mention their name, but I don't know if I have permission yet. But they are outstanding people in the wrestling community who know what it takes to be winners. And fortunately for me, one of those is my really, really good friend. And so I relied heavily on him and some other folks. And, through our search, we knew the criteria that we needed. We knew we needed a good fit, and we've been through this same scenario in song and dance before.
Right.
They got to be able to be a good fit for us, and they got to have the passion, and they got to want to be able to excel and do great things. And we had probably on the men's side, I'm going to guess, I think 80 plus candidates, maybe close to 100. And we have to same thing. We have to narrow it down and figure it out and vet. But it was pretty obvious that there was several front runners that you could put in one hand that would be potentially our fit. And Coach Pack stood out immediately. And when you talk about him and wrestling and what he's done, nationally and every avenue and his work ethic and building programs and starting programs, it was a no-brainer once we got him in front of the committee and interviewed him. It was a no-brainer. He stood out. So,
well, I'm going to stay with you before I go to you, Coach Pack. Coach Sizemore does. I know you're bringing in 7 new sports along with the 8th that you just brought in. This past year with the men's tennis. So what does the men's wrestling to this area mean to this community? I mean, because I know that it's a new area, like it's bigger like for OSU and that kind of stuff. So we're bringing it up here in northeast Oklahoma. So can you kind of talk about what that means for us up here?
Well, so I mentioned a little bit about my committee members, and those folks were raised right here in northeastern Oklahoma, who a couple of them became some of the most prominent names in wrestling of all time. And then if you do the research, the best wrestlers, the best coaches in the entire country predominantly have come from one small area, northeastern Oklahoma. And they've been going away from here because we haven't had an opportunity to keep them. And so it was a no-brainer for us to establish a program that produces top wrestlers, top coaches, top student athletes, and keep them right here. And man, it's a long time coming because I'm going to tell you, I know football's king in Oklahoma, and especially here, and what we done with our football program. But man, hold on to your seats and get ready to watch what's getting ready to happen in wrestling. So.
I mean, Coach Pack, that's got to be exciting for you to come into that as well.
Yeah,
You know,
like I said, I've been blessed with just having good people around me, and of all the places I've been, I'm not just saying this because Coach is sitting here. I've done this a lot. I'm a pretty upfront person from the conversations you guys have seen. Don't beat around the bush very much. This thing's gonna grow legs. It's gonna run. And a large part of that's because of the people that put this program together. And I'm telling you, people are saying, oh, this should be a 5-year project. If it's a 5-year project, I'm hoping Coach fires me at the end of the year. So, we want to win. We want to win now. We know that the deck's stacked against us because obviously we're really loved in the MIAA. So,
Oh, yes.
you feel it already, don't you?
You already know, huh?
you have no idea?
Yeah. You'll learn the phrase redheaded stepchild is
I-
repeated about every Saturday
yeah.
in Tahlequah.
And I'm seeing it, and I'm okay with it. Honestly, all that does is challenge me to be able to work a little harder, go out a little faster, and we're trying to steal some guys from UCO, and predominantly they've won 9 of the last 12 national titles. Mm-hmm. Kearney's won the last 2 in a row, and that's our 2 home duels, along with Central Missouri's ranked 5th. So they didn't give us an easy schedule, and that's okay. I'm not asking for one.
Yeah. And I saw you had some good signees. So you want to talk a little bit about the ones you've signed already?
You know what? We've been really lucky. We've really sunk our teeth into Oklahoma, and we are filling the gates with Oklahoma kids, and not just the average kid. We have Fargo national champs, multiple returning All-Americans, and I would just say this. I would say just kind of watch social media by Friday or Saturday, and you might be even a little bit more surprised on what's happening over here.
Nice. I
I was
like
going to say, building a program from scratch, and I actually saw a post today that you were trying to clarify the JUCO level with eligibility transferring over to Division II, that it's the number stays the same. It doesn't matter. Right. It doesn't okay, you reset or new game or anything like that. But I mean, I'm assuming you've got a lot of JUCO transfers coming in, and I mean, high school kids too. Has that been an option yet? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think where we're at is we know to compete in this division and this region specifically, we can't do it. We could take the 10 best freshmen incoming freshmen in Oklahoma, and they're not going to be competitive in this division, no matter how good they are. So we know we have to have some upperclassmen. We got to have some guys that have been through the fire, that have been tested, and are willing to go out and do battle and be good leaders and mentor these young kids coming in. So our original focus has been our junior college class, and then we've really, with the incoming freshmen, we've had a little mix of both, right? We've had some kids that come in that other schools wouldn't talk to because they're not good enough, right? And I'm like, look, if a kid wants to come to school and he wants to come to NSU,
come on in.
Man, I'm here to give opportunities, and I think that I got an opportunity when I was young, And I would never tell a kid, you don't deserve an opportunity because you aren't good enough. Because I've had a lot of those kids that weren't good enough on paper, that were returning All-Americans for me, multiple-time All-Americans, and go on to do great things in the sport of wrestling. So I take things a little differently. I would say we've got a really good group of junior seniors coming in. We've got a nice group of freshmen coming in, and some of those are superstars, and some of them are just super hard workers.
How big is your roster going to look like for first year?
You know, we're 26 today. 27, counting went a little while ago. So we're at 27 right now. 27 men, and you know, and I think originally they were kind of hoping we'd be around that 25 mark, but we're going to blow that out of the water. I think,
great.
I think in a perfect world, we're looking at 35 to 40 this year, first year. I think next year we're probably looking at adding another 8 to 10, and I think we're going to set a roster at around 50.
That's unbelievable.
You know, and I think
Some good competition.
Oh my God.
Yes.
you know, I mean, what I've liked about here is people do take academics seriously, and they take athletics seriously. So I think for me is I really want to make sure we give every single kid a chance and an opportunity that wants to come to Tahlequah and wrestle to come here.
Yep.
Well, speaking of coming to Tahlequah, tell us about your experience here thus far. I know last weekend we had the Crawfish Fest. Got to see you with your family. Seen you around town. Sean and I both have around town. So great to see you around town, being involved. But tell us about your experience here thus far.
You know, one of the first things I learned when I started that program in the Osho, I won't tell you when because it makes me really old. But you know, I think one of the things I learned right away is you have to develop relationships within the community. And if you don't have community relationships, your program's never going to go anywhere. And so I think I've been, like I was just telling Sean earlier, I'm pretty sure I've been to dang near every restaurant in town except for Fritz, and I'm going to make it over there on Saturday morning.
Right.
You know, I just feel like that's an important piece. And I've walked into so many places, I don't even know who people are, and they're walking up to me, hey, you're the wrestling coach. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the wrestling coach.
Yes.
It's been a really unique experience to see the amount of support this town is already garnering for a sport that hasn't even started yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's one, and I mentioned this to you before we started the show, is that this town, it's a college town, it's a close-knit community, and everybody wants to see success at NSU. It's the joke, yes, we're the redhead stepchild, and, there's a lot of good talent, in this area, but the community is, they've asked me, Captain, so what's going on with the new sport? So we're going to get wrestling, we're going to get women's wrestling, and they're just excited about it. So they're keeping up with it. So we're going to have those stands filled for sure.
I sure hope so.
Make that Jack Domin's rocking.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That is the plan.
I was going to ask a little more about your facilities there. So getting set up there, are you getting things set up there with the locker rooms and whatnot?
Yeah, 100%. I think we've got a lot of people on board to make that work, especially Coach. Had battled some things for us, and I think that's just part of growing pains, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do this and bring in, by the time we're done, I'm guessing we're going to have 35 men, 35 women. I'll bet we're going to have 70 athletes on campus new, just with us. Now you throw on the 18 to 20 that I know the volleyball coach has already got. We're looking at 100 new athletes on campus. That's 100 people in the dorms. That's 100 people in town. And, the facilities have to be really, because Dobbin's a little old, right?
Yeah.
They need a facelift.
Yeah.
And I can't give you enough positive about what Coach Sizemore's done, especially Richard Copeland. I mean, that dude.
Oh, man.
He's
My man Richard,
He's a
yeah,
hero.
he's a good dude.
He is the best guy. I mean,
Yeah.
like that guy's in charge of the whole campus. You know where he was at this morning at 8:00? I'll paint my office.
Yeah. That's Richard. He's
It's unheard of, right? And then I came in on Monday because there were recruits all weekend, and I saw the back wall was primed. Like, 3 walls were primed. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Richard. He goes, no. He goes, Fletch came over with his daughter, and they painted all of this on. So, to kind of see the camaraderie between the athletic department, and like I said, I've done this a long time in a lot of places, and I'm telling you, the camaraderie that's amongst this athletic department is definitely as high as I've seen anywhere.
That's good to hear. That's something we've seen. That's one of the things that we've been just blessed to see with you, Coach Sizemore. I mean, the decisions you've made, the coaching hires you've made, the change, the NSU brand athletically has been improved. Obviously with the expansions with the team, but he's done it with the culture within, and you're seeing that, and that's something that we're excited to see as we expand. And thanks, Coach Sizemore. Really did. That does mean a lot. I mean,
We're still the underdog, which is, I love being the underdog, so I'll take it. But people are watching.
Oh, they're definitely watching. Yeah.
That's the fun thing to hear, that they're watching and like.
Well, I mean, this past year I'll just say this. There was a team out west. I mean, I think this past weekend we with baseball we kind of took care of some business with them, took care of some business with them in football. I think in basketball as well. So, I mean, that's something we didn't do before. Is that correct?
Been a long time coming. First time in the history of NSU that we've swept them in baseball, and just finished that series yesterday.
There we go. That's what I wanted to hear. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, we're moving up. I mean, all the way around. So looking good.
So going back to the team for when the season starts for you, what's something you can tell the fans to kind of expect? But what does success look like? What's your, I don't want to say measuring stick, but what's some of the goals for the season to say that, okay, we've had a successful year one?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm talking to people that go, if you get a guy to nationals, you should be happy. If I get a guy to nationals, only one guy, I'm hoping Coach Sizemore is coming in and either giving me a pay deduction or kicking my ass out the door. I think, as far as I'm concerned, like I want to be a top 20 team in the country. And I know that's unheard of as a first-year program, especially coming from this region. But that's what we have set for ourselves, and I'm not going to lower that standard. We might have to adjust it, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's our goal, is to go out and put 5 or 6 guys in the national tournament, and just so you kind of get an idea, UCO was second in the country last year. Kearney was national champs, and Kearney only qualified 8 guys to nationals, and so did UCO. So our goal is to put 5 to 7 guys in the national tournament next year, and try to grab All-Americans right away. And I tell people, I'm like, if you come in to visit here, and a coach doesn't tell you he wants to do those things, I'd walk out the door.
Right.
I want to win. We're going to win. We're going to put forth the best effort to do it. We got coaches that are dedicated, athletes that are dedicated, administration that's dedicated, and we're going to put on the best show we can.
Well, Coach, you talked about obviously the administration that's dedicated, that your student athletes are dedicated, the coaches are dedicated. But talk about your coaches a little bit. Who do you have on? Who you brought on board with you?
So right now it's me.
There we go.
Yay me.
You always start there.
But we've actually, Josh Heiselman, a lot of people know him from, he wrestled at OU, 4-time national qualifier for them, is going to med school, and is offered to come in, do a couple of days a week.
Oh, nice.
And of course we're still circling back on a couple other guys from the area that are both, one a Tahlequah native, and we're still working with him a little bit, try to get him in, and we're still hoping to get another from OU. He's graduating from OU this year. His grandmother owns a house at the lake, and he's hoping to possibly get stationed over here for his work cycle, and then we'll grab him. And we're still working on our GAs, so there's still going to be a lot of names left to go. But just to have a guy like Josh in the room that's been in that D1 fight, just graduating, and more importantly, what a great role model, right? He's going to come in, work with our kids, and he's going to be a doctor. I mean, what a role model for our student athletes.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And still it's a fresh program, so you're building everything up. So when does your season actually start next year?
So practice-wise, we'll start right away in August with our preseason. Regular season practice deems October 1st, and then regular season November 1st, And then nationals next year, I believe, is March 10 through 13.
Okay.
So,
Are you wrestling between November and March the whole time?
amen.
Okay. All right. Wow. We're gonna be busy.
Yeah, don't
Keep,
stop.
keep everything busy there.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
good.
I can't get in trouble that way.
I understand that.
We might have to increase our episodes to cover.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Could have a conversation with Coach Sizemore about that. You know how that works. But yeah, we've definitely got to bring some people on and cover that because I mean between all the sports coming in, we've got to do some coverage out there.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be an environment, right? I think, I think the inaugural event, at least in my mind, and the decisions above me, I think that inaugural event has to be in the big arena, and I think we need to try to rock out and sell out every seat. I don't know how many times that's been done before, but if I read it right yesterday, seats 3,710, and I want 3,711 in that.
I like it.
So I think that's a good first start. And then Dobbins is loud, man. You put 100 football players in there, that place is going to get crazy.
That's what Coach Brian was saying. When he was talking about packing it up, just getting in. You get the students in there and they get loud. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and I think you'll see some stuff that we do a little differently than some of the other D2s. So one thing that we learned at Southeast was to bring in people. We had to do something that enticed them. So we always did student giveaways. We did free raffles for the students. We gave away foam fingers. We fundraised all that. And we did things that brought people in to watch. Because I want every person that walks through the door to have an experience. I don't care if it's one kid or 1,000 people. I want them to leave there going, that was the best experience I've ever had. And, and we learned how to do that really, really well at SCC. Jake Hamilton, our women's coach there, is a phenomenal human being. And we just PR'd everything. And we had light shows and the walkout songs. And I mean, it was a show. And that's what we plan on doing here.
Nice.
Yeah, and you're going to create so many new fans. And I'll be honest, I never, my junior high and high school, that wrestling was huge. There at Putnam in Oklahoma City. But I never watched the sport that much. I mean, I knew OSU and I knew OU had these great programs, but you're going to start having a whole bunch of fans, new fans, because it's here locally. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to give them that experience, I mean, I know I am. I'm excited about it to be that involved in those kind of environments. That'd be great.
Well, and I think the cool part is like Coach Sizemore's already figured out like the easy parts for me, right? The hard parts for me, should I say? The easy wasn't easy for him, I'm sure. But getting these VIP areas, and these things, man, are you kidding me? That will definitely bring a different clientele and group to the mat. Plus, we do mat side seating. So we sell seats mat side.
Fun.
And we've always sold those out. And that's at a small junior college in the middle of nowhere. And so I think when people see what we're doing here, we're gonna fill the place.
I believe it. And you got a DJ over there.
Yeah, so that'll be another conversation that we'll have to.
That's free, right, Coach? I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's.
Do I got to raise money for that? And then I don't. Do they PA for the wrestling?
They do. Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely be giving that a shot then.
All right. Hey, I'm in. I'm in. I would. Like I said, we've been really lucky to learn the intricacies on how to involve people. And I think you see Oklahoma State right now. Oklahoma State wrestling is not just popular because they're good, because they put on a festival. Like every wrestling meet is a festival. I mean, they have tailgates ahead of time. I mean, they have meet and greets with the wrestlers. They have VIP sections. They have lights. They have giveaways. They're shooting T-shirts in the stands. I mean, they're doing it all. And if it works, you copy it.
Right.
And just so you know, it works. We're copying it. Mm-hmm. So, you'll learn from everybody every day if you do it right. So.
Well, I got another question, for a personal question. So what got you into coaching?
You know what? So I grew up in a small town Iowa. I'm trying not to get too much into the history of the small part, right? So my mom and dad got divorced. I was really young. Dad was not a good human being, and I had no way to let out my anger, my frustrations, my anything, right? My mom worked 2 jobs, and I took care of my sister, and that's just how it worked back then.
Sure.
And I had a high school wrestling coach that changed my whole life, Jack Harrison. And the guy literally took me under his wing. And, to this day, I consider him more of a father than pretty much anybody I've ever been around. And he changed my life. And, ever since that point, I wanted to be a coach because I wanted to change somebody's life. Not wanting to give. That's why, when I hear, these other teams going, oh, you're the Walmart of wrestling, you're taking anybody that comes in your door. Yeah, you bet. I sure am. Because you don't know when that next guy sitting there's the Terry Pack that's had a really crappy life and had a lot of things go wrong for him, and somebody loved him and somebody cared about him and somebody gave him a chance. And, now I'm in the Hall of Fame, and now I'm doing all these things I never dreamt about as a kid. And it's because one guy gave me a chance. And I didn't probably deserve the chance. I mean, just a snot-nosed kid. I was a 7th grader, and I fought everybody. And on Friday nights, the football games, you fought under the stands, and I won a lot, and I liked that. And the coach said, hey, we need to find you something to take that anger out. I'm like, all right, show me. And honestly, to this date, life-changing for me. And if I can help change someone else's life, no matter how good or how bad they are at the sport of wrestling, that's what I'm here for.
I mean, man, Coach Sizemore, yeah. Y'all both. Y'all,
Well done, sir.
Yeah,
well done.
Y'all, and I know y'all, when he said that, I mean, you've experienced a lot of the same things. So I don't have a question, just wow. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm glad you're here. And, I mean, good hire.
The SportsNest approves. I don't know what that means, but it works. Well, tell you what, Captain, you want to have some fun now?
Yeah, let's have some fun.
All right. You want to do yours first? Or you want me to go?
No, you go ahead.
All right.
What are you guys doing to me, man?
So we have, we've got their interview stuff, but we have some shtick that we do, and we have a couple segments. So these are fun, and I'll just let them.
Last time somebody told me something was fun, I've been married for 36 years.
Different kind of fun.
Bringing the hottest hits to make you move.
Oh, shit.
Hello, you rebel scum. We are coming to you live from the Moss Isley Studios here on beautiful Tatooine. This is a DJ Sean Solo mix. Thanks, Chewy. I am DJ Sean Solo, the people's DJ for the people, by the people. So get ready, Coach. 3 questions, 3 answers. Question 1. Not so much a question, but let's hear your best Michael Buffer imitation.
I don't even know who that is.
Come on now. Let's get ready to rumble. That guy.
That's who that guy is?
Okay, all right. All right. Well, then.
I got you.
Okay.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I'll take it. All right. Question 2. 10-year-old you. You're at WrestleMania. Who is your tag team partner? Rick, the Nature Boy Flair, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Stone Cold, baby. I love that.
All right. Now, question 3. You are stranded on a deserted island. You get either one album or one artist to listen to forever. What and who is your choice?
Good question. Crazy as this is?
Yeah.
It's Johnny Cash, man. Love Johnny Cash. Love Johnny Cash.
Very nice. What did Coach Barry say last week? I think he was going to be Jimmy. He was going to do Jimmy Buffett because I asked him the same questions. He's like, "I'm on an island. I got to be Jimmy Buffett." But I like the Johnny Cash. All right, there you go.
Johnny Cash.
That is the DJ Sean Solo mix. Thanks, Coach, for playing along. I'm out.
That's a fun segment. I like that one.
Yeah, especially if you know who people are. Yeah.
Yes. Well, he's got the DJ's music behind it. So
I got to, man.
yes. And Chewy.
I've got a reputation to uphold. What are you talking about?
Yes.
All right. Now the next fun one. And this is why I had to step up my game, because this fool over here.
Well, I think he surpassed me now because Sean's doing a great job. So, especially with his cheerleading.
I have sound effects too.
All right, this next segment, Coach, is Walk the Plank with Captain Morgan, presented by Red Rum, Tahlequah's hometown barber. You scallywags, welcome aboard the USS Riverhawks. This is where the seas be rough and the questions be tougher. Shipmates, here's how it works. I'll be asking you a question to test your knowledge. And if you get it right, you stay aboard the crew. But if you get it wrong, you go aboard. Over the side you go.
I got a bad feeling.
We need you right now, so don't be going over the side. That means you'll be taking a dip in the deep blue, facing a sink or swim question to see if you can claw your way back to this fine ship. So steady yourself, Coach. Are you ready to walk the plank?
I'm ready.
This is an easy question, I think, for myself. It's an A or B question. The Olympic Games first included wrestling in A, 1896, or B, 1886?
B.
Oh no! Over the board you go! Hold on tight to your dungarees, shipmate.
Hey, I don't swim.
I'll throw you a life raft question to see if you can swim your way back to this fine ship. We're throwing you a life raft anyway, I don't care. All right, this one's the true or false, all right? A ship's port side is the right side when facing forward. True or false?
True. I'm wrong again. Oh, my God.
We just lost our wrestling coach. What are you talking about?
Oh, no, high seas be tough. The tough questions are a bit much for ye pollywogs. I'll throw you a life rings. Helmsman, full speed ahead.
It's okay, Coach. We still love you. We still love you.
Lord, ask me something about wrestling. Come on.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So I drowned.
Well, no, you got a life raft.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
yeah, we can't let him just sit there and tread water.
We'll have to come back. We can't.
You
leave
might
you
be
there.
swapping the deck the whole trip. But
I'll tell you what. If I leave you, then the captain will. The captain of the Riverhawks will not be the captain of the Riverhawks anymore. So we won't leave you.
Well, obviously, don't invite me to your trivia.
Noted. Well, Coach, we greatly appreciate you being on the show and seeing you around town and being here. We're super excited. So you always got a spot at our table. That's for sure.
I really appreciate it, and and just closing, the people in town have been absolutely amazing. Special thanks to Coach Sizemore and Megan and all the other people that are helping me kind of learn our way, because this is new for us too. And, we appreciate the help and people being able to answer our questions and to really help us get this. We're not bringing in 50 kids by ourselves. It takes an army of people to do that. And I think we've got a really good group of people here that are willing to do that and put forth the best foot.
And I'm going to kind of add on to that. One of the things you mentioned was Megan. It was something of seeing as much work as she does with the administration when they had what they had, and then adding on the new teams. I can't even imagine what she's having to work with y'all with. So I mean, I know she did a great job then. So she's always very helpful. So I want to give her props.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I asked her a question today that she wants to hit me for. So, and she hasn't yet. So I'm okay with it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, Coach Sizemore, you got anything to add?
Yeah.
Yeah. You always got something to say.
No, I don't. You know I don't. Man, a few words.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Anyway.
Let your actions speak.
Now, yeah, we appreciate you guys, and we appreciate Coach and taking on this endeavor, and it's going to be exciting. We're going to have a program that everybody's going to be proud of, not only in Tahlequah, but the entire state, the entire surrounding states. And so you're going to look up probably a year or two from now and go, man, this is pretty freaking awesome. So come be a part of it. Look forward to it. And, a couple of things Coach told me about the schedule. He asked me today, he said, hey, do you mind if I bring in the defending national champion to play us here at home? And I said, hey, you know what? let's do it. And
Yeah.
he says, that's what I want to do. I want to fight the best. And, he's mentioning potentially bringing in people like OU. And so we're going to work on some things that are going to be pretty exciting. And at the end of the day, we're not just building a program. We're going to build the best program in the country. So
Unbelievable. Wow.
That's good. That is good. And before we go to, so when will the schedule be available online? Do we have an idea?
Yeah, we're probably looking at about a month.
Okay.
Probably looking about a month out. We're just finishing up some opens, waiting for some of the MIAA guys to get back to us to their schedule, but we're close. We're close. I can tell you this, we're going to have the two-time defending national champs at home.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have UCO, who's won 9 of 12 national championships at home, and UCM was ranked number 5th in the country, all at home. So I can guarantee you those three things are coming, and we're going to find out where we're at right away.
Well, that's definitely going to be in the event center for that one for sure, right?
we'll put it wherever we need to, as long as people come.
As long as they show up, right?
Yep.
No, I think Jack Dobbins is going to be a good atmosphere for that. We'll just pack it full. I don't know.
To the rafters.
We'll hang him from the rafters. You know, we got some guys that'll do that.
Yep.
They'll hang from the rafters and watch. So yeah, that's exciting. Very exciting.
Well, good stuff.
Yeah.
Captain, this is a fun show as always.
Yeah, this is just an exciting time for
yeah.
NSU. Really,
Sure.
really proud of both of y'all. Thank y'all.
Again, gentlemen, thanks for being here. All right. That has been the Riverhawk SportsNest podcast. I'm Sean Solo.
And I'm Captain Morgan.
We'll see you next time. We are out. Bye-bye.